one yet, right? And I say, well, I don't really see a Morinda business. I see a Morinda consumer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Businesses generate revenue. Now, there's nothing wrong with consumers. In fact, they're essential to us. Because real businesses are set by selling real products to real people at a profit. Because that's one of the definitions we got into. But if you sign up for a business, make sure that that's what you're getting. If you sign up as a consumer, that's fine. But businesses exist to make money, and so you have to generate a profit to have a business. Does that make sense? And the hope would be that everyone in this room can generate $1,000 worth of profit, right? Businesses versus social groups. I talk to a lot of distributors that say, hey, I'm so excited to go, here or there, I'll be at this meeting. Great, how's your group going? How many guests are you bringing? Oh, I'm not bringing guests, I'm just showing up by myself. Well, if you want a social group, this can be that too. If you want a business, those exist to make money. We have to bring guests, because guests mean customers. Customers means revenue. Does that make sense? Our focus should always be introducing people to what their true age is. That question is so powerful. What is your true age? Because you know what that means? How can you be my customer? Right? That's what we're really saying. Come get educated. Come get scanned. Manage your AGEs. That is the business that we're in. Those are what I call revenue-generating activities. Okay? Businesses versus hobbies. Lots of times people are in the hobby of Morinda, not necessarily in the business of Morinda. Well, we dabble in it from time to time, and we receive a check 1 month or the next. But if we want to grow a business, we have to treat it like a business. And no business operates at 2 hours a week or 3 hours a week, because they're not in business for long if they do. Does that make sense? We need to treat our business. Now, I'm not saying quit your jobs or whatever, but I'm saying have that same mentality, that burn the ships, this or nothing, back against the wall, and I guarantee you, you will be successful. It's like a diet. Has anyone said, oh, go on a diet, kind of, and lost any weight? No, because we tried this last night. Well, I'm on a diet. All right, here's some cheesecake. Well, all right. There's no kind of diets, and there's no kind of businesses. Okay? Businesses make money by providing a profit, by providing a product or a service at a profit. Business is selling. So next time someone says, I'm not a sales guy, I'm going to say, you're not in business then. Right. Yep. Name any business. The biggest businesses right across the street. They sell stuff to someone, right? All business is selling. And like I said, you're either a sales guy or you're working for a sales guy. Right? That's right. There's nothing else there. And why should we be ashamed about marketing a great product that helps people live as young as they can, as long as they can? There's nothing to be ashamed about that. Well, we sell product. Because product sales generate revenue that bring profits into the business owner, that is you, okay? Operating at a profit. Now this is another place where people get confused and say, another phone call. Shane, I'm really excited about my Morinda business. I've scheduled a meeting room at the Marriott, and me and my team are getting together. And I said, that sounds exciting. How many people are on your team? Well, I've got 6. I got my mother, my brother, my sister, my aunt, and my uncle who's coming as a favor.
Brady Bunch?
You rented a room at the Marriott, and you've got 6 people coming, right? Businesses to make money. Money is revenue less expenses. Does that make sense? If it's costing you $200 to make 50 cents, that's not an equation we want to be part of, right? We want to maximize revenue and minimize expenses. That's why this business is perfect. There's almost no expenses. There's almost no overhead, almost no startup costs. But lots of times, we want to be in a traditional business setting. We want to wear a suit and feel like business people. And we make business expenses without a business that's generating enough revenue to pay for those expenses. Right? Now, I'm not saying those things are bad. I'm saying if you're wondering, should I do this or not? Say, will it generate a profit in the short or long term, but will this generate me a profit? If the answer is yes, you should probably do it. If the answer is no, you probably shouldn't do it. Okay? To make more money, you need to increase customers or increase profits. Well, like I said, the expenses in the Morinda business are very minimal. It's very hard to reduce them unless you're doing things that go above and beyond what needs to be done. Right? Your focus should always be bringing in more customers or retaining the ones you have. I can answer this question perfectly. Anytime someone calls with a question, business question, Shane, should I buy a scanner? Could it bring you more customers? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you should probably do it. Shane, should I go to Orlando? Will it help retain the customers you bring? Yeah, it will. You should probably do it, right? Shane, should I be out piquing people's interest about their true age? Will bring people in and sell product? Yeah, you should probably do it. Shane, should I rent a hotel, meeting at the Marriott and have 6 people going? You probably shouldn't do that, right? We're trying to maximize revenue at minimal expense because, guys, if you earn money, you know what your retention rate is in this company? 100%. If you earn more money than you spend, our retention factor, 100%, okay, of your customers will stick around, or business owners, when they're earning profit. It's very good. Now, like I said, efficiency. Efficiency means squeezing every drop of blood out of that orange, right? Will this activity generate a profit? If you can't answer that question honestly, it probably is not worth doing. Will this activity help me bring in new customers? Will this activity help me retain current customers? If you can't justify any of those 3 answers, it's probably not a great thing to be putting your time in. I see so many Morinda business owners doing things that don't answer these 3 questions. And then they get frustrated and then they say, I'm not earning a profit. I say, oh, that's funny, what have you been doing? Well, I've been doing a lot of research. Okay? Research does not fall into one of those 3 things, right? Well, I've been managing my team. You can't manage no one. You don't have a team, right? Well, whatever it is, always, this is the validity test, right? Talk about scientific approach to business. Here you go. If you can answer these 3 questions with an honest answer, it's something you should be doing. And I'm always amazed how we can convince people to do things that don't fall into these 3 things. And then I say, don't forget to register for Orlando. And it's, which, by the way, Orlando in January. I've been to New York in January. Okay? Nobody is New York, but you want to go to Orlando in January. Hey, did you bring guests to the meeting? No, I was too busy working at my job 60 hours a week. Man, that's the problem we're trying to fix, right? If you can answer these 3 questions with the activity, you should be doing it. The best thing you could be doing, educating, scanning, selling product, signing up business owners. If you can do those 4 things, you will always be in business. You will always be generating. Those are what I call profit-generating activities, right? This is your zone of operation. Getting people interested by educating them through TrueAge.com or Edge presentation, just like this. Getting them scanned, getting them educated through scanning them, showing them their levels, selling them product to help manage their levels, impacting their health in a positive way, and then when they're impacted, say, hey, you know what, you can make money doing this too. If you can do those 4 things well, I don't care if you're not a good presenter, I don't care if you're definitely scared to stand in front of a room, I don't care if you can't add, okay? We will do all of that for you if you can do those 4 things well. 4 things well, you'll do well in this business. If you don't do one of those 4 things, it's probably not going well for you right now, right? Now, like I said, how can I get every drop of blood out of this orange? And how can I maximize the amount of revenue out of every ounce of effort? That's what you should be asking yourself all the time. Not just in this business, but in life. How can I get the most out of life? How can I get the most out of my relationship with my family? How can I get the most out of the time? John talked about time. How can I get the most of the time out of this earth? Because that is the only commodity that's truly limited is your time. John did a great job explaining that. You should always be asking, can I squeeze more blood out of this turnip? Right? Because if you can, you should do it. Because you only get one life, and the thing I hate is every time you talk to someone and they give me the woulda, shoulda, couldas, right? I was going to go to that meeting in New York, that 6th anniversary, but I should have gone. I was there, I could have done it. Yeah, but coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't pay the bills, right?
All right, now, come on.
And life is too short to live it with regrets, okay? So with that, only thing left I have to say is what is your true age, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, y'all are going to want to stick around for this. Well, Todd too, but we're going to have another presenter that you're going to want to just make sure you hear. So, I want to thank you for having me. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to be here in New York City. I hope we hear a lot from all of you. I hope we're sending a lot of checks to all of you. By the way, in the month of August, checks that just got here in September were really large for lots of you. Let's not make it a one-time. Let's make that a habit. How does that sound?
All right, that'll work.
Oh yes. So he says I am the North American General Manager. Okay. So, it's been a privilege to be here, but we have someone that you all came here to hear, and so we're going to turn the time over to him. Todd's going to give him the introduction, so turn the time back over to Todd.